What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about sort of a continuation of what I was talking about in my last video, which is a John Wall trade situation as far as for the Wizards. Now, as I spoke in my previous video, I thought about the fact that Bradley Beal and John Wall sort of remind me of Monte Ellis, Stephen Curry as far as two great players as far as in the backcourt, but just really don't work out well together and have underachieved with what I believe the talent that they do have. And in that, I said the fact that I would trade John Wall, but I did not give a specific team or who I was trying to take as far as in transition or anything like that. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about basically one team that I think would easily accept a trade such as that, and that would be reasonable of a return back in many cases. Now, in this trade, I would make it within the two teams, the Orlando Magic and the Washington Wizards. Now, before I get deep into this video, I want to just remind you guys, in order to be updated on my videos, since it is the off season, to be notified of all my videos, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you already have subscribed to notify you of all of the videos. Now, as we all know, the Wizards have very much been underachieving, and John Wall and Bradley Beal have been known for a little bit of injury issues. So maybe a little bit of it could be the fact that they don't really have a full-on season. But with that, I would make the trade with John Wall to the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic, who obviously are in need of a point guard. I think the fact that that would be a great trade for them on that side, so they would be willing to obviously listen to a deal, especially for a point guard as good as John Wall. Now, in return, I would probably ask for, as far as a Nikola Vucevic, a center that's been proven good, who averages almost a double-double, as last year he averaged 9 rebounds and 17 points per game, which he's also a great three-point shooter, which will help spread out the floor and be able to add on to that team. Now, with that, we have to look at the fact that John Wall obviously had once again another injury season, which he only played half of the games, which is 41 games, and averaged about 19 points, 9 rebounds, and about 3.5 rebounds per game. So with that, we have to really look into that, and obviously he's a great two-way player as far as how he plays offense and defense, averaging a block and a steal per game. With that, with Nikola Vucevic, even though he is not known for directly for defense, he also averages a block and 1 steal per game. So I think the fact that shows the fact he does have defense, it's a little bit, to me, underrated. But even though he's not known for it, he obviously can protect the basket and can get into passing lanes, as he is a more athletic big, I feel like, in a way. Not too athletic, but one that can actually move into passing lanes and many other things. Now I can explain directly what the two teams would look like. Now I will start off with, of course, the Washington Wizards, which I believe the Washington Wizards with Bradley Beal, now acquired Dwight Howard. I feel like the fact that you can sort of probably put him as far as at a center position and transition out, due to the fact that I feel like Nikola Vucevic, despite that, you don't, obviously in today's NBA, we don't see players play very many minutes, and it would be great for you to be able to transition your centers into game plays as far as different things. And such as times with Dwight Howard in your lineup, you can go to a hack a Howard rule. You can obviously put Vucevic in, who's a way better free throw shooter, and obviously can rebound as well on the backboard and score himself. Now, with that, you have Bradley Beal, Vucevic, Dwight Howard, and Otto Porter Jr. I feel like that's a good contingent as far as the lineup that you can really use to form up a good enough offense, especially in the Eastern Conference. I feel like lots of teams in the far future, at least in the next year or so, will probably try to go for some major moves now that they have a chance to reach the NBA Finals as far as a more even playing ground, especially with the teams being as young as they are. I wouldn't really wait for a team like Boston or the Philadelphia 76ers to start building up experience and becoming a well-known team that obviously knows how to beat out your teams that you'll be trying to assemble later on. And, of course, the next one being the Orlando Magic. Now, the Orlando Magic, now starting off with a great point guard in John Wall, will now have John Wall starting off with their new young core, as in Aaron Gordon, who's been improving in his three-point shot. You also will have Mo Bamba, who is going to be, of course, I feel like does not have a shot directly right now, but obviously he seems to be looking into a development of that. I wouldn't be looking for that in this upcoming season, but definitely in years to come. I feel like he has good potential. He's obviously shown that he's got great length, can obviously play defense. I believe he'll be able to get as far as he's athletic enough to get into passing lanes. And then they also have a great player that I really much do like, which is Simmons, who was a part of the Orlando Magic. I feel like the fact that him coming off the bench is a great scoring option, especially a great contingent to a John Wall, somebody that will be able to keep the offense going while he is off the court. Now, of course, with him having injury problems, I would try to limit his minutes a little bit as far as with Simmons to back him up, to sort of take some of the load off of him instead of making him playing this fast pace all the time, which obviously can take a grind on your body throughout a 82-game season. But guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are on these two teams. Do you think the fact that this would be a good trade? If not, tell me in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.